involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Tiger. Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. Hey.
On second down, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Mariota. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Tiger. Right. Strong right. Black 22.
To throw on second is Watson. Hauled in by Anderson left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Down. Black 22. Tiger. 22.
Now Watson. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A first down carry now for Miller. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Watson now on second down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Watson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. On first down, it's Watson. Now he's going the other way. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Watson in the offense going to come up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. On first and 10, Watson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down.
Watson now to throw on second down. That one complete to Anderson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pick up there of 20 yards. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Walker able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
4 down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run for it with Miller. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school. I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Target. Hey, 4 down.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Watson now to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Watson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Daquan Jones.
Come back.
Able to collapse the pocket and drop it for a loss of a yard. Here's Watson. He's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know, some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player. Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
First down, Mariota. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36.
Hey, watch 13.
Mariota on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, come back.
After the interception, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. Going up top. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Kevin Dodd in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. On 4th down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Titan football. And the Titans getting set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On play action, Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Then he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On first down, Watson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Watson now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
Black 22. 22. Jet. Tiger.
Now Watson on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a second down throw for Mariota. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A first down throw for Mariota. Forced out to his left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They go play action. Mariota going underneath for Lewis. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So we've come upon... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. One.
Play action now. Mariota. Fighting down past the 45. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go.
Tight end right.
Mariota now from the 50. Being chased out left. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how it can hurt you. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now Mariota hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that.
He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Houston. 57 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Now it's Watson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Jones. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Following the interception here, Mariota. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Let's go. One.
Second down, Mariota. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. One.
They go play action here on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He got 29 yards that time. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have made this a one-score game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On second down, here's Miller. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back to throw, Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now Lewis. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Now a toss play to Lewis. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's go, let's go.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On 3rd down, Mariota. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. A great Monday night to wrap up the weekend football. Two division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run with Lewis. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 3, 3, 3.
51's the mic, boy, 51.
They try again with Lewis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Off the play fake, Mariota. Forced out to his left. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Come back, come back. Take green, the line. Green, come back. Two jet.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On 1st and 10, Watson being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And a nice spin into some open field. Still fighting for more. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st down, Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. One.
Mariota now on second down. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Texans scoop it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
It's complete. It's Miller. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Mariota. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Mariota now, perfect since the 2nd half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Again, it's Lewis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Now Watson. He's going to air one out. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Braxton Miller with time running out, and the Texans have broken the tie. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Let's go.
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's back to throw. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Mariota now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last shot now for Mariota. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well,